I said, Dad, I said, you don't realize that you destroyed your whole family. I said, I didn't want that for my wife and kids. I said, and that's where it's headed. Well, he got very upset with me. He said, it wasn't my fault. I was framed. I went to jail for a crime I didn't commit, and that's when my family fell apart. I said, exactly, Dad. Because of your involvement in that life, okay? You have to take responsibility. Well, until today, he never has. He won't take responsibility. Maybe it hurts him too much to take responsibility. You know, and I don't want to keep pushing it on him, but I said, you know what? You did what I was unwilling to do. I said, but I understand why you did it, but you have to take responsibility for it. And I think I got to him a little bit in saying it, and I don't ever want to be disrespectful. Until today, I'm not disrespectful for my dad. I had that one argument with him, but if he gets on, I won't answer him back. It's just, I'm conditioned that way, you know? I'll talk to him nicely, but I said, Dad, look, we're not getting anywhere here. Let's just cool it, you know, and he will. But I don't know that he's taking responsibility. But something happened. I met a guy who had went to visit him, and I was speaking at a church, actually, and this guy came in. He said, Michael, I want to talk to you. He said, you know, I had a conversation with your father, and he was talking about you and the family. He says, and then when he was in his wheelchair, he was going back in. He said, I saw him put his head down, and I never saw your father cry, but tears were coming out of his eyes. And so maybe that's a sign that things are getting to him. I don't know. You know, but I'll tell you, you know, I know it's hard to say. If you read about my dad, you're not going to like him. They said he's responsible for 38, 40 murders, and he was an enforcer at that time, and he came up the hard way. And I see that in him. But I also see a very loving father that I really respected and that treated me well throughout my life. And it's, you know, I believe that children really want to love their parents. And you got to do something tough to them not to love them. And no matter what he's done, it's very hard for me to turn on him. And when I betrayed the life, I would go to bed at night, leaving the life, wake up going in. I labored. It was the hardest decision that I ever had to make. And again, but if he didn't betray me, I would have done it.